Hey guys, we've talked about these wankers previously, and you might have seen them on the mainstream media a few months ago when the guy second from right there was making public apologies for posting pictures of himself on the internet holding a girl by the throat, and for his comments talking about raping women and other similar pathetic behaviour. But these five wankers are actually on a stage being paid to give advice to bigger losers on how to pull tens, as it says in the title of the video there. Pull a 10, we have to assume, is picking up a girl who's a 10 out of 10. So anyway, let's have a little bit of a listen to what they've got to say.
My question is...
Louder.
My question is...
Now what you do is put more energy behind it. Make it like sound like funnier and like more swaggery. Cause like what the problem is, like as soon as I hear a guy talking like that, in my mind I know it doesn't matter. Like it's like we can answer your question, but you need to peel back like 10 questions. Cause you're like, okay, so I want to know what happens when you go to the club and did it like that. So it's like, I mean, my voice is probably booming more than yours, and I basically sound like I got raped by a horse. So that's a problem, right? So show me, like, in your mind.
Wait a moment. Kermit the Frog is giving advice on how to speak. He can't even string a intelligent sentence together without like and what, and like. Let's see if it improves.
Think, like, imagine in your mind, like, you ever seen how somebody's like a super fan of somebody? I mean, I guess, you know, didn't mean to come out like that.
Well, right. So some losers are paying money for that arsehole to give advice on how to speak properly? And he goes on and on and on and on too. They're all impressed with him, aren't they?
So that was mine.
I'm pretty similar, but I couldn't ask for the time. Yeah. No, I mean, I say this in multiple videos, you know, and I actually break it all down in a pimp. But yeah, I started off like unable to walk up to an old lady and ask for the time. You know, I'd like walk around and I'd see her. And you know that feeling where you see the girl and you're like, oh shit, I should do it. But then you don't and you feel like shit. Do you? You're like, oh fuck, I should have opened. That was me with like old ladies. I'd like literally stalk old ladies walking around and be like, ah, can't do it, like freaking the fuck out. Okay, I couldn't even do it to like at a family meal. You know, if you're Christmas and like all the cousins come in, I'd be the guy who's like quiet on the side. Couldn't even talk to my cousins. You know, and then everyone picks on you because you're like quiet. They're like, well, what's new with you, Julian? You'd be like, just like trying to eat or something, just waiting for it to just end. You know, and the frustrating thing for me was like.
Yes, that gives us a bit of insight into why he's turned out the way he has, doesn't it? Guys, the reason I've got issues with these dickheads is, firstly, their predatory behaviour, their predatory attitudes towards ladies. Anybody who has ladies in their life, whether it be sisters or cousins or mother or aunt or friends or any ladies in their life that they care about, we should have zero tolerance for guys like this that have this sort of predatory type attitude. It's disrespectful. It really is disrespectful, talking about how to pull tens. You know, it's just... Sorry guys, can we just break off for a sec? Look at the loser on the left. You've got to be kidding. He's on the stage giving advice on how to pull women. Dear, oh dear. Oh God. So that's the first thing, is the disrespectful way they talk about women, and these guys have been in a lot of trouble for that. One of these dicks was in the mainstream media a few months ago apologising for posting videos of himself or pictures of himself holding a lady by the throat, and they're always doing it, leaving predatory type or aggressive type comments on their videos about women, talking about raping women or forcing themselves on women. And you know, they had a terrible one they did about Japanese girls that they actually disappeared off the internet altogether because it was so bad. Actually got them banned from coming to Japan. It was that bad. But that's the first issue I have. The second issue is, all this is bullshit anyway. I mean, really, we should be able to behave, a person should be able to behave in a natural way. If you've got social issues where you can't relate to people socially, then you need to work on that. and in a natural way, where whatever issues that you have with dealing with people, that you solve them so that you can relate to both men and women in a better and healthier way. And by doing that, you're going to be more attractive to the opposite sex. This sort of bullshit way of talking about how to pull women, like having relationships with women, is that much different from having relationships with men. I mean, the things that make us appealing to the opposite sex are the things that make us appealing to the people of the same sex. If you're an interesting person who leads an interesting life and is interesting to talk to and is fun and engaging and whatever, in your own natural way. You know, these guys are teaching guys how to put on something that's not naturally them. It's all bullshit. That's the first issue. The second issue is, look at them, what a bunch of losers, you know. And the other issue is that these guys, not only are they being predatory towards ladies, but they're actually being predatory towards these dickheads in their audience. And interesting, last time we made a video about these dickheads, we got a whole heap of very emotional young men telling us about how great these guys are and how they change people's lives and help people and all this sort of thing. And I mean, it's just tragic, really. There's a lot of help out there for people who want to overcome social issues, who have trouble relating to people or talking to people. And a lot of them, and all of them, most of them are a lot healthier than the shit that these guys preach. You know, it's really tragic. It's really, really tragic that, you know, these guys are such losers and dickheads. It's really tragic that there's people whose lives are that bad that they actually look up to these guys. You know, and if you happen to be one of those people who think these guys are great and you really like what they got to say, do a bit more looking around, because you'll find a lot more useful, worthwhile stuff put out by people who are a lot better to listen to than these idiots. Really, these guys aren't teaching anything worthwhile. They really aren't. And if you don't believe me, get your favourite video that these guys have made and show it to any lady in your life. If you have any ladies in your life, show one of the ladies in your life a video made by these guys and ask her if she thinks she's attracted to any of these 5 guys sitting on that stage. Because if they know what they're talking about and what they're saying is true, then ladies should be attracted to these 5 guys. And I think you'll find that the average lady who sits and looks at these 5 and listens to what they say is totally turned off by them. Because they're disgusting, creepy, predatory arseholes, basically. And I mean, it's obvious to guys who are watching, so it's obvious to girls who are watching as well. You know, these guys incredibly underestimate the intelligence and the perceptiveness of the average lady. You know, they assume that they can con ladies into thinking that their shit is real, you know? It's just pathetic. So not only are they being predatory towards ladies, but these poor assholes in the audience there that are paying money to listen to these dickheads, it's just pathetic. And look at the egos on these 5. They're totally impressed with themselves, aren't they? But in actual fact, you can see they've got huge issues. You know, the guy on the left there, what a mess he is. So anyway, again, only reason I'm making this video is, again, I think when we see things like this that are shit, we need to stand up and point it out. And again, if you are one of the people who thinks these guys are great, just have a look around on YouTube and on the internet in general at the self-help videos that are around, or how to get on with people and how to relate to people, because there's thousands and thousands of them out there that are much healthier than this, that have much healthier attitudes towards people than this. This shit's just shit. It doesn't work. You know, thinking about people, thinking about ladies like this is not a good way to live. And it's not going to work. You know, you pretend to be something that you're not. It's not going to work. You know, if you've got issues, you're better off working on those issues and resolving them, and then you'll be more attractive to everybody. Your family, your friends, males and females will all find you more interesting if you've got issues and you resolve them. Whereas if you just play these silly games, you're probably going to do yourself more harm than good. Anyway, there was the wankers. Again, guys, I think sometimes we should be intolerant, and intolerant to arseholes like that is a good thing, without a doubt. Anyway, there it was. More videos coming soon.